Yo, what's going on, folk? You know, I've been, as of today, I've been watching a lot of content from Not Just Bikes, the YouTube channel. I'll link them down below if I remember to do so. Very good YouTube channel about a man who lives in Amsterdam but was a Canadian resident for years and stuff like that, and tried to move around different cities and things of that line, and finally found the perfect fit overseas and stuff like that. And his channel was basically the premise of how to, change modern transportation standards. Amazing channel. Go check him out. Basically, I've just been thinking to myself, why do I not do anything? Why do I not walk around more? Why don't I, ride the bike more often? Or, why is it such a tool to go out and actually do something with myself, right? You know what I mean? Is it me? Is it you know what I'm saying? Is it my mannerisms? Is it, I have a big role to play in this. I'm not trying to gloss over that fact at all, but things by design are so out of date in the United States that it just, I can't really explain it better than he can. A lot of these premises or a lot of these things that were put into place in the States date back to before the 21st century. And, the way that cities were built were based off of European, ways of living, stuff like that. And listen, there's an old saying. I'm going to use two old sayings. One, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's one. That's first and foremost. And two, has been told to me by my grandmother, and it was said in Spanish, and this is the rough translations, that if you cheap out on things, you will end up paying double. Understand that if you cheap out on things, all this stuff, I'm pretty sure, obviously to our standards, it isn't cheap to make, but it's the cheaper option as opposed to, building up infrastructure and, having downtown areas, stuff like that, in suburban neighborhoods and stuff like that. There are, zoning laws that are in place. Listen, I don't know nothing. I just want to say that all this information that I'm spewing out right now is from Not Just Bikes YouTube channel. So go check him out. Very good content creator. Very informative. It's just, it just makes sense, you don't have to maintain the same thing with everything. You just don't have, you build it up. You don't have to maintain it. There's no, there is no, they're just there. There's parking lots are just there. And this is a way of life for some folks. Some people don't even think about it. It's just driving is a subconscious act. Once you learn how to drive, I'm literally using my phone, making a video, and driving a delivery and doing food service. You know what I mean? This is all illegal, but guess what? I don't feel like I'm not being safe. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm looking at the road, I'm making sure that I'm, poignant with my shit. But there's people that go out that are zombies that, I was saying, if you watch the last video that I uploaded, just it just breeds a monotony. It's just staring at asphalt all day when you're on these highways and you don't see any trees or life or anything like that. It's just road, and it's not very engaging at all. And you just flip your brain switch off. And I don't understand, that basically what I'm trying to say, the point that I'm trying to make here is that everything is set up to be monopolized because of how much debt the United States is in. It's so wild to think that a year or two ago, they were giving out what they were called stimulus checks. People were making jokes at them. Oh, I got my stimmy, this, that, they're making jokes. And it's all fun and games, until you realize the debt always has to be paid back off. If you got credit card debt, then you understand what I'm talking about. The debt always got to be paid back some way, shape, or form. They're not just going to be giving out free money willy-nilly. You know what I'm saying? So one way or another, the government, the United States government, will find a way to make us pay for those stimulus checks. Nonetheless, here we are today with, look at this. That's a big fucking, look at this. All these big parking lots. Like, literally, that space is not used. Those spaces are not used after commercial hours. And what do I mean by commercial hours? Is when people actually go to those businesses and spend money. And that's during the day. And at nighttime, they literally have no use. They're just big empty spaces of fucking asphalt that just sit there for no reason. And no, you can't park in them and stay in there overnight if you don't have a home, because you run the risk of getting your car towed by what they call abandonment and stuff like that. And that just, everything is monopolized to make money, to give back to these people that, it's America is the number one country of what have you done for me lately. And it's time to start looking at them like, well, what the fuck have you done for me lately, America? You haven't done nothing. You haven't done nothing. So you know what? Let's do something about it. Anyways, my peoples, I'm here to drop off my food to these peoples, and I don't want to keep them waiting, so I gotta go. Bye. I hope this made sense to you.